Landlords. I want to talk a little bit about the importance of nominating a key contact or a next of kin if your property is managed and you live abroad or you live far from the property. This is a real story that's happened in our agency. So we've been managing a property for an overseas landlord for a number of years. We don't have much contact with her because everything goes fine and we take care of everything. She's based overseas. Recently, we were contacted via email by a lady saying she was a nominated next of kin of our landlord, and that we needed to change the landlord's email address where all the correspondence goes to and things like that. It was a little bit strange, so we asked for verification of this individual, but nothing much came through. Lo and behold, a few months later, this individual came back to us on email and said that she was visiting the UK with the landlord and they'd like to have a meeting to see us. That was fine, as long as the landlord was present. We know who our landlord is. This nominated next of kin or friend or whatever she called herself came into the UK, flew into the UK with our landlord, and they made an appointment and they came to visit us at the office. So far everything was looking okay. Now, I could clearly see that there was something not right about my landlord. She looked a little bit unwell, but nothing was said, and her nominated friend or next of kin kept saying she was now the one to represent the landlord, and she had a change of will which the landlord had signed off, and all sorts of things. Of course, due to GDPR and client confidentiality, I did not reveal much information because the landlord wasn't really speaking up for herself. But this friend next of kin was quite pushy, a bit persuasive, and like I said, claiming all these changes on behalf of our landlord. So this left us in a sticky situation. What do we do? The landlord's in front of us. She doesn't seem her right self. She has this person there who says she's now nominated to represent her and wanting to make all these changes about her property and certain other financial aspects. It didn't feel right, so I didn't give too much away, and I certainly did not change anything, and I made that very clear. Part 2. So the landlord and her friend, they visit for literally a couple of days from overseas. They fly back to where the landlord is based. Some months down the line, we're contacted again, but this time by who are claiming to be the landlord's immediate family, the landlord's granddaughters and so forth. This time I'm even more cautious given what happened prior, so I asked the family for ID verification, which they sent through. Everything looked okay, and they were asking for a Zoom meeting to discuss their grandma's health and property and related issues. So I accepted the Zoom. There was no harm in that, and I met with the family over Zoom, and the landlord was also present on the Zoom, so this gave me confidence that I was dealing with the right people. The family did not know anything about the visit to the UK that their sort of grandma auntie had made, and they certainly didn't know or trust the friend who said she was now representing the landlord. So now the family have stepped in and they're trying to take control, and they want to set things up for their family member to safeguard her property, her finance, and the things that are related to the property that we're dealing with here. This is a bit of a tricky situation because obviously we're having to try and get individuals verified. We want to be very careful. We don't want to change the landlord's information or financials because we only know our landlord legally with this property.